Tesla stock has been red 10 out of the last 11 trading days. Today, Tesla stock is flat, and that's because markets are closed. Thank goodness. Here in this video, we will be going over all of your Tesla stock breaking news, and to be honest, I did not think we were going to have breaking news like this to share with you today. Tesla is hiring engineers for high volume mass production of Optimus. Here you can see is the actual job posting that was posted on Indeed. You can pause this video and take a look at all the specific qualifications and things that will be worked on. The headliner is a senior sensor hardware design engineer for the Tesla bot in Palo Alto, California. This is also on-site work, so it is not obviously a remote workplace. Here you can see highlighted in red, production. Work with manufacturing/test teams and suppliers to achieve high volume mass production with high yield. The term high yield here is kind of subject to interpretation, whether this means high yielding profit margins, a high yielding product overall, high yielding success rates or achievements, who knows, but probably a mixture of all of those. This could actually be a massive catalyst for Tesla stock, and why that is because it's not baked into even your most bullish analyst predictions or estimates for Tesla stock. Right now, Optimus is 0% priced in to the valuation of Tesla. So if we could actually start mass producing Optimus a lot sooner than what Wall Street is expecting, most of Wall Street analysts don't even ever expect Optimus will reach a manufacturing capability to actually be able to be rolled out by the thousands. Nobody's really expecting that. If that does happen, indeed, that is a game changer for Tesla stock. And look at that, considering Optimus and achieving mass production in 2024, Optimus is seen here in a new video shared by Elon Musk folding a shirt. The thing even realizes it needs to pull it back onto the table. That is pretty dang incredible. Freaking kids teething over here. But wow. I mean, holy moly. Okay. I'll take that. We are seeing some serious progress with Optimus in a very short amount of time. Funny enough, too, the shirt says Autopilot AI. Now, I want to make a couple things clear. This is not an Optimus robot that will be available for you to buy for your home. This will not be in any capacity that product, at least not yet. That is probably multiple years down the line. But what this mass production could look like for the beginning stages of Optimus would be warehouse work, manufacturing work, picking up some of the slack in other jobs that are having a hard time being filled. Think about this like the Optimus potentially carrying like mid-weight boxes back and forth, or stocking shelves at a warehouse, doing different kind of jobs like that, which would be in the numbers of thousands that potentially could be filled by Optimus. But again, this would not be your in-home chore robot, if you will. Now, something else I want to make clear is potentially the Optimus robot sells for, let's say, $60,000, and let's say in 2024 somehow Tesla does start to mass produce Optimus, or maybe it's next year, who knows. It looks like it could be this year for, again, low stress kind of repetitious jobs. Okay, this is not going to be a robot that necessarily talks to you or can do your dishes or anything like that, like some of you guys might want an Optimus for. This would be like warehouse jobs and manufacturing, maybe some degree of construction jobs as well. So let's say $60,000 per unit times 10,000. You're bringing in $600 million. I think that's pretty generous either way, but it's not going to be a huge driver for a long time as far as moving the needle for Tesla stock. And Tesla's overall top line, I think, could come in around $26 or $27 billion in this upcoming quarter. But what this will do for Tesla stock, I believe, is far greater than $600 million it could bring in for Tesla theoretically in 2024. What this will do is show proof of concept and proof of work. There's There's a lot of weight that is held on those things. If you can create a robot to do anything and it does it well and companies want to buy it because maybe they're having a hard time, finding workers or whatever the reason is, that opens up the door for visionary into other different areas, right? If the robot can do warehouse work and stock shelves, what else will the robot be able to do down the line? How much value will the Optimus be able to provide for companies years from now? You open up a lot of different doors just asking that question alone. But until you have a robot that could actually do something along those lines, you don't have much. Also, at that point, once Tesla does start to even manufacture robots at a mass scale that could do simple tasks, then Wall Street analysts will start to bake that into their assessments for Tesla and their overall valuations and price predictions. Now, I do want to warn you, this is not one of those pieces of news that is going to, hit the terminal, that's going to get everyone excited about Optimus and Tesla. This is one of those catalysts that you're going to have a heads up on for a while, potentially. Maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months. This could be coming now. And once Wall Street figures that out, well, that's when Tesla stock will see the gain from this catalyst. But this is not a piece of news that is going to rocket Tesla stock, let's say 10% coming tomorrow, which I think it probably should. Is it that kind of news? No. If you guys have been investors in Tesla for a while now, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes, most of the time, we get news on X long before the markets do, or we actually get the news, the markets don't realize it, and then one day you wake up and, well, the markets realize, hey, that was really good news. We already knew about it for a week or two or a couple of months. Now, that is your biggest piece of Tesla news today. Let's get into everything else. This is also very big news as well. Tesla supplier Panasonic plans to roll out the newest iteration of its 2170 EV battery cell with improved capacity as early as this year, the CTO of its energy business said. A revamped version of Panasonic's 2170 cells will begin production at Giga Nevada. Panasonic has been working to boost the energy density of the 2170 cell, Watanabe said, adding that it could help reduce the overall cost of an EV. Quote, "We will expand battery capacity and improve productivity at the same time." Let me give you a little bit of a translation here. Batteries potentially get cheaper and you get more range in your EV. That is fantastic news, considering we just had the EPA lower our range estimate. So for new prospective buyers, it doesn't look as good as it did before. Although it only took 20 or 30 miles off, still 20 or 30 miles can influence someone's decision whether or not to buy a Tesla. It also appears as if Tesla manufacturing is trying to promote Giga Berlin to get more workers in the factory, which I find is interesting because, as you know, they're going to be shutting down here in the next couple of days for about 2.5 weeks due to the situation that's going on in the Red Sea. So prospectively, it looks like if they're trying to hire in Giga Berlin, they're expecting some decent demand for Teslas over the next coming months for Europe. Nissan has reportedly delayed the production start of 2 brand new US-made EVs to 2026 and 2027. One reason for the delay is that Nissan has concerns about the profitability and market demand for EVs. And yes, that's true. If you're not Tesla, I would be a little concerned about market demand for your EVs as well. LG has opened its first US EV charging factory in Texas. Its new EV charging station factory has the capacity to produce more than 10,000 chargers per year. LG will start making 175 kilowatt chargers in the first half of this year and 350 kilowatt hour chargers later this year. This is also great news for Tesla because, guys, let's be honest. I've went over this a dozen times here on the channel. If you, for an example, live in my state of Michigan, there's not many options to charge Tesla or other chargers in this area. You have to charge at home. That's the bottom line to it, or you will not be able to buy an EV. That's a little bit different than maybe what you would see in a California, a Florida, maybe a Texas, where you might have more charging stations. Where I live, that's not the case. So more charging stations is good news for Tesla, no matter Who supplies them? And this is ultimately when you will get to mass adoption of EVs, when charging stations are as common as gas stations. Which you tell me when that will happen down below in the comment section, and I will tell you when mass adoption of EVs happens as well. JD Power did a 2024 US manufacturer website evaluation study. They did this on a 1,000-point scale, and this is based on overall consumer satisfaction rankings. Mercedes-Benz came in number 1 at 751. Tesla came in at 749. Tesla almost got the number 1 spot, but still, number 2, that's pretty good. You can see legacy automakers are not even on the scale, right? You have Cadillac, which technically that would be part of legacy, Land Rover, Lexus, Acura, Genesis, BMW, Porsche, Infiniti, Audi, Volvo, Jaguar, Maserati, Lincoln. You have all these other guys, but really you're not seeing a Ford or a GM really popping up on here too much at all. Now, this is a weird one. Toyota says it's working on a new internal combustion engine and that it'll preserve, quote, the smell, sound, and feel that dyed-in-the-wool car fans crave. Toyota CEO says there's still a role for engines as a practical means of achieving carbon neutrality. I mean, after all, there's nothing like breathing in some fossil fuels. Smelling the gas early in the morning just gets anyone going. No, seriously, in all reality, I do love the way the gas smells, and maybe it tickled my brain too many times, and that's why I think Tesla stock's hitting $450 by the end of this year. But who knows? This is not a financial recommendation to buy, sell, trade anything. It appears as if 15 Cybertrucks have now arrived in Dublin, California, waiting to be picked up by their owners. Greece reported 243 Tesla sales and 2.9% market share for December. Tesla's Google Trends data continues to decline for basically all Tesla models. Tesla's inventory numbers globally taking a little move down for the Model Y. That's good to see. Model X continues to fall, stabilizing a little here though. Kind of elevated to what we've seen over the past 30 days or so. The Model S has been grinding lower, and the Model 3 inventory is very low and has been very low for a long time now. CNN's Fear and Greed Index is at 71, so you are still in greed territory. And Tesla continues to run about 400 different ads globally. Although the SPY hit a new high on Friday, the percentage of stocks above their 50-day moving average has been continuously falling. This is showing you the top-heavy aspects of our markets, Magnificent 7, if you will, minus Tesla, has really been the thing that has been causing stocks, indexes like the SPY, to do well. The percentage of stocks above their 50-day moving average is at about 71%. 10-year Treasury yields currently sitting at 3.93%. Something we want to watch closely here in the week ahead is the 10 and 2-year yield curve inversion. This has been rapidly uninverting. This has been a reason why we have been getting some downside in our markets. You're only inverted 18 basis points. If this thing goes positive, you could see a lot more fears about an upcoming recession. Now, Tesla's stock on the charts, if you look at the MACD, is pretty negative, now in negative territory for the MACD line and the signal line and the histogram line. But when you look at the RSI at 31.95, Tesla stock is pretty dang oversold here, so don't be surprised if we do see an early week bounce coming this upcoming week. But we will talk about where I think Tesla stock will go in the next video. We'll also break down all of your important economic data, earnings that will be coming out, and what the option chain is implying and what the option chain looks like for Tesla stock over the next week. That video will be coming out at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, so make sure you guys watch that video. That's going to be a big one. This week could be very, very volatile. And we're going to share some charts over there that could also blow your minds. So that's going to do it for this video. If you guys want to come join the trading community, check out that link down below in the description of this video. We're hoping for a great 2024. Well, it's a little bit less hope than it is actual skill, due diligence, and risk management. So we'll see how 2024 it does for us. 2023 was a great year, fantastic year, some life-changing kind of trades. If you were in that community, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let me know down below in the comment section if you are in the trading community and you are watching this video. Would love to see how many of you guys are down below in the comment section. So thank you guys for watching. My name is Michael Tyler. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.